What is freedom? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, freedom means the quality or state of being free, the absence of necessity, coercion, or constraint in choice or action, liberation from slavery or restraint, or from the power of another. In short, there is independence. Where does freedom come from? According to existentialist philosopher Jean Paul Sartre, the meaning of human existence is found in man's exercise of freedom and responsibility in the scope of man's individual and social undertakings. Hence, it is an intrinsic and essential property of a person. Man is born free. How do we know that we have freedom? We know that we have freedom by our ability to make choices and perform actions. This sets human beings apart from animals. Animals act based on their instincts. The human person is by nature free and seeks freedom. The essence of freedom. Freedom is rooted in the human person's self-determination and the exercise of intellect and free will. Freedom is voluntary. Voluntariness refers to the ability of a person to act out of his or her own free will and self-determination. This means that a person may decide to act or not to act, and these decisions are made out of his or her own free will. It also means that a person may act even if he or she is not required or called to take action. Freedom is also coupled with responsibility. Responsibility means being accountable for one's action and their consequences. This means that in everything that we do, there are consequences. Taking responsibility can either mean a person voluntarily taking responsibility for his or her own actions or being held responsible by other people. There are three types of freedom. First is physical freedom. Physical freedom refers to the absence of physical restraint. For example, being quarantined due to the infection of COVID-19. Another type of freedom is psychological freedom. This refers to the freedom of choice. For example, your decision to be vaccinated. Another type of freedom is moral freedom. This refers to using freedom in a manner that upholds human dignity and goodness. For example, following school rules and regulations. Freedom is not an object that a person may use in whatever way he or she pleases. A person must use his or her freedom to grow as a person. A person becomes more free when he or she uses freedom well. But he or she becomes less free when he or she uses it in a bad way. Humans have a natural inclination for what is true and good. And when a person uses his or her freedom to do something that violates human dignity and goodness, he or she dehumanizes himself or herself and effectively negates human freedom.